Greetings and welcome back. We are in 303 and we turn now back to Mr. Conrad's Unstoppable Volume, Lesson 37, Bundle Up and Stick Together. One of the first early areas of focus for your journals is already written for you, but take a look at it. One by one, we are easily broken. Circle that observation in your journals. It's an important one. The other thing I want us to write down really quickly, because Mr. Conrad, as a teacher, as a very famous teacher, understands the power of a word picture. This is going to be one of those really famous word pictures, so let's write it down. This is one of those word pictures that we're going to come back to several more times in the Unstoppable philosophy. Let's read together. I was honored. Page 127, Lesson 37 of Unstoppable. I was honored to give the commencement address at Montrose High School on Memorial Day weekend in 2006. I immediately got the attention of approximately 2,500 people when I called Ashley and Tyler to the podium. Ashley was the smallest girl in her senior class. Tyler was one of the biggest and strongest athletes in the class. As the two of them made their way to the podium, I got out my bundle of wooden sticks. I handed Ashley one of the sticks and asked her to break it. She did so easily. The crowd cheered. I then handed the bundle to Tyler with some instructions. Break it, I said. The harder Tyler tried to break the bundle, the louder the crowd cheered. As the cheer eventually grew into a roar, an exhausted Tyler finally proclaimed, I can't break it, it's impossible. I thanked Tyler for not breaking the bundle, because you would have ruined the rest of the story, I chuckled. The crowd laughed. I then proceeded to explain the wisdom of the wood, as I like to call it. This wisdom applies to your school, your family, your team, your business. The lesson becomes obvious when you replace the pieces of wood with people. One by one, we are easily broken. But if we bundle up and stick together, we're unbreakable. I thank the two seniors for helping demonstrate that fact. As they took their seats, I shared a real-life example from the wisdom of the wood. I told the crowd what occurred in the fall of 2005 in my son's second hour class. And again, one more time, one by one, we are easily broken. But if we bundle up and stick together, we're unbreakable and unstoppable. Let's finish with a few observations in your journals really quickly. Again, notice the power of one. Let's write that down. The group acting as one, we need to say this out loud, right? The group acting as one for a good cause or for a bad cause. Yes? The power of one group, right? Of course, our goal here is obviously to ask this question: what group or bundle do you belong to that strengthens you? Go ahead and write that down. If you feel like you have a group of any kind, if you have an activity, if you have maybe your family, what is it for you that as a group makes you stronger than yourself alone? You have somebody you can rely on, right? Either in school or outside of school. And then, of course, the other question is an important one as well, and I would write it down. What group or bundle in the past or maybe in the present maybe does harm you in some way? It doesn't help you, it hurts you. And this is an interesting question, and it's led a number of my students to have to really do some self-reflection and say, you know, it's probably true. There is power in numbers that sometimes is negative. I've gotten caught up in that, and I've got to extract myself from that dynamic and put myself in another bundle. Finally, just to be reminded, you are never alone, right? You are never alone. The world, of course, is a social experience through and through, right? That is to say, we got here because two people, brought us here, and then from the rest of our life, we're always with other people, right? You are a part of this world. The world is a part of you, right? To recognize this powerful stuff, Lesson 37 of Unstoppable. Thank you.